stay still, the thoughts of you are sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change, I know it's me and you. But I don't stay the same, I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. Babe, I wanna know, is it heartfelt or maybe just a little? Cause you don't really see me like you used to. Would you hold on to me, cause all you do is settle. I've heard you've been here before.
Almost ready.
We've done it.
You can't see this, but well, hi. Can't see this, but I turn over my paper, so when I step away from this table,
I'm trying to steal.
She cheats.
I don't. I just want to make sure I'm putting the same things. And thank you, Valerie. I stole the sweater from Scooter.
She didn't steal
I can't fit it anymore, so it's mine.
She commandeered it because I got bigger. That's a large. I can't fit it in a large anymore. I'm extra large because I'm just extra.
It's true. Welcome.
That is
Happy
what
Thursday.
happened. Happy Thursday. We are broadcasting on a Thursday. This is across from me is Sarah.
Yes, and that is Scooter.
It
or
is.
Ham.
Or depends on
Scott.
how good of a day it is.
Oh.
Or bad of a day it is.
Yes.
Some days I'm honey, sometimes
I don't think you've ever been honey.
babe. I'm babe a lot, but
Mostly Ham.
yeah, because she doesn't, terms of affection are kind of, they're hard for her sometimes.
That is a term of infection.
Yeah,
Affection, infection.
That's a whole nother, that's a health podcast.
Yeah, it is.
That we're not ready
We're
for.
not about that right now.
Well, welcome if you're watching. If you're not and you're listening to us on podcast or VOD, which we'll talk about that in a moment
That's
too.
all you.
If you can't find the link, it's in every post that I put on social media is the link to right here.
Yes.
So, love you all.
Yes.
Is that...
We must start off.
I had something to say, and I
It'll
always
come
forget
back.
because I get excited.
Yeah.
You know?
All right, let's do this.
What are we doing?
We're doing a start to our show.
Oh, we should do a sound effect.
You Irish.
Sound effect. Heck no.
Salud.
Oh, I shouldn't. Slancha.
Yeah, I shouldn't say it.
Slancha ba. So yes.
Because tomorrow we're going to bed real early.
Yeah, and we were going to broadcast tomorrow, but we thought it would be a little early. We're trying to pack up and take a little trip, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
First, let's talk about our sponsor. Yes. Okay, so we actually have a sponsor, and I don't mention our sponsor all the time. You can move it however you want.
I know.
I mean, she's playing with her mic. Look, it has all the moves.
It just looks crooked today.
Then uncrooked it. See, crooking it, straighten it. That's what the word is. Not uncrooking.
It's fine.
It's straighten.
It's fine. It's fine.
All of a sudden, she became the anal retentive one, but she is not.
No, it just
Look at it. That's never been her.
It's fine.
I'm always the one that's like everything needs to be symmetrical.
It doesn't need to be symmetrical. It just looks weird today. Anyways, continue with the sponsor.
All right, our sponsor, Lever Consulting. You might hear some of the ads that we've put together over the last couple of years. It's basically Sarah reading the ad.
Yeah.
And it is for Lever Consulting. It is somebody that's been a sponsor of not just this podcast, but our podcast network. Pull Up a Chair podcast network. So we're just a little tiny corner of our podcast network. There's other ones that some of them are on hiatus just for a little while, but there's some cringeworthy stuff, like the Cringe With Me one that's about looking at Reddit threads that are kind of really weird and off. Mental health one. There's even a D&D one. Yes. There used to be a drinking one where we talk to the local brewers in the area and stuff. And so check that out. Pull Up a Chair Podcast Network. It's on our nonprofit. But A Lever Consulting, you got to check them out because if you're trying to do anything that's
life and school oriented.
Yeah, like education based, life skill based, all those types of things. Lucy, who is not just a big part of our extended family, but is a big part of pretty much everything that Time to Tabletop does and Pull Up a Chair Foundation does. So please go check them out. aleverconsulting.com.
Yes.
All right.
Let's do this.
Are we already ready on to the next?
Ready.
All right.
Good thing. Do you want to go first so I don't steal yours?
Yeah. Well,
don't look.
I stole yours.
Oh, well, go ahead.
No, I'll move over. I'll skip it because I knew that was going to be our top one.
No, that's
what we did this week.
Mine has a different word behind it.
Oh, that's upcoming though. You got to talk about that afterwards, nerd.
Would you go?
I'm cheating now. I'm the one cheating. Look at her paper. We went and spent like a day.
Yes.
At let's just put this on me because I'm talking a lot. There we go. So let's just put the video on me because I'm talking.
Okay.
I'm important right now. California Adventure. We spent the day at California Adventure. It was an amazing. So if everybody knows, it always sounds like I'm tooting my own horn, but it's more when I say I'm scheduled or I'm busy, I actually really am. So I'm the booster president for the Intercom High School Music Program, which is not that big a deal, but it's it's time consuming. So the band, what is it called? The symphony?
No, it's just the band. It was all of them.
The band.
Yeah.
Whoever paid to go to the trip to Disneyland and Universal Studios and California Adventure and all that stuff. They played at California Adventure. So we went down there to watch. Mariah was in it. And we brought one of her best friends, Mariah, from the Pacific Northwest, to come down and visit. So we flew in there, did that. The cool thing was we dumped off Mariah's friend, Mariah, go figure, with her. And then Sarah and I spent the day eating food, riding rides, drinking beers.
We did.
It was amazing. It was so fun. It was like we were on a date for the whole day.
And you only got grumpy like once.
When? Did I really get grumpy? What was the grumpy part?
When we were doing the genie pass for all the kids.
Oh, that's okay. Again, that is okay. That means we had to put our date on pause.
But you were also hot, and you're like, I just want to sit in the shade.
Stop hot,
standing in the sun.
Thirsty. I needed something to eat. Here's one thing about me on vacationing. I don't mind travel. I love travel. I love seeing new things. I love trying new foods. I love all the things. There's two basic requirements for me. I need to have a restroom close.
Yeah.
Access to a restroom at all times. And I need to have food when I'm hungry.
Right.
Other than that, I'm good. But this one was it was a combination of I was hungry. I was hot, which just added to that, right? And I kind of had to go to the bathroom. So I'm sitting there like, okay, this is not fun at all. And we had to sit and punch in a bunch of codes for how many kids? 15 kids?
Yeah, I think it's 15 kids.
15 kids. But here's the funny part. We weren't responsible for these kids.
No. They just didn't have cards, so they couldn't get a genie pass. So we're like, we'll do the genie pass.
But it's still funny because, they had chaperones with them. But guess what? We'll get that too. We'll get to that. It's going to be one of my rants. They had chaperones, but they knew that we would get it done.
Yeah.
And
that's suckers.
That's crazy. No, I don't think we're suckers. We're just when we say we'll do something, we'll do it.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that at a point. But that was my good thing for there. And also, our oldest human in the house, besides us, turned 20.
Yes.
20 has gotten rid of the teenage years in the calendar.
Yes.
Now, not emotionally or socially, still in her teenage years.
Yes.
But she's not a
Age-wise.
teenager anymore.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, she's going to get a insurance discount in like 5 years. In a year, she can drink legally.
I know. It's funny to hear from like my bestie who's in the chat, and then like a friend of ours, Christina, who we went to high school with, who are both like, they both are like, there's no way she's that old. Because I'm like, right, you guys have been here since her birth. Before that, man, we're old. That's weird because we are. I'll tell you guys, we're old.
Yeah. I mean, I have other things, but
How many more do you have? Go ahead.
just one.
Good.
I had a really cool meeting at the beginning of this week. That was the beginning of this month. Oh, almost the same thing.
Same thing.
On Monday, and I think I mentioned it last time too. It was like we had a second meeting with a very large company that is going to help us build something pretty cool.
Yes.
In our Time to Tabletop, our social emotional educational development series called Seed. Shameless plug. Seed. Has something they're going to partner with us to create and put into the world, maybe globally at some point. Hopefully, but at least throughout the United States by the end of this year.
Yeah.
So big cool things. If you know me personally, hit me up. I just don't want to put a big name out there on blast, and then that doesn't work out, and then I'm like all sad.
Yeah. Well, you'll be sad.
All right, I'm giving it over to you. It's you. Camera's on you.
Okay. So my first, actually, I'm gonna go my second good thing and then go back to my first good thing because it leads to a rant. All the kids are back home. So Mariah was gone for a week on her trip, and then CJ was gone from Sunday to Wednesday for a trip that he went on. So all the kids were home yesterday for Lisi's birthday dinner, birthday dessert, and
all the kids are home. She's calling it a good thing.
Wait, let me finish.
All right, let's go
This
back.
is my good thing. Elise was like, "Can we play Mario Kart?" And we haven't played a video game together in like it's been months, like my year, like it's been forever. They play, but haven't played together. So I know they're always going to beat me at Mario Kart because it's. Have you guys played with a tiny little Switch controller? Whose hands are like this little? Anyways, so we played Mario Kart, and just the joy of hearing one, all the kids get along, because if you have kids, you know, and two, just hearing them laugh and just have a blast, like them laughing together and just enjoying each other's company, it just fills my soul, and it just made me happy. So that was my good thing.
Made mine sound really shallow. Mine was all about me.
Well, it's not me.
My company.
It fills my soul. I'll tell you.
All right.
Okay.
No wonder you wanted me to go first.
Well, no, because my second thing goes into my rant. So,
so you're just going right into the rant.
No, I'm finishing my good thing and then going into the rant.
Oh, you're not done?
Yeah, we got one more.
Oh, I didn't know.
So
you
next...
said, well, that's my good thing, and then you go, bloop.
Yes, shush, I got it. So next month...
You have a buzzer. Buzz me.
Oh.
She has a buzzer.
Yeah. So next month, there's a conference that we're going to, and Scooter's not going thing, but that I get to go to in Orlando. And we get to go to what do you call it? Walt Disney World for like half a day, because they give you a discounted ticket if you have a conference, and then they cut the ticket price and like almost nothing, so you can go for the rest of the day. So I told Bailey, I was like, we're gonna shut Disney World down because it's the only time we have, and then we'll be fine.
Woot, woot.
But for Disney World, for some reason, and it could be just because we're going only like part days, I don't know, because I've never been there, but you have to get an actual ticket to get into Disney World. They're like, do you want to pick it up at will call, or do you want us to mail it to you? And I was like, what are you talking about? It's 2023. Just send it to my phone. Send it to the app, and then I'll have it with me.
What, did you buy them via facsimile?
No, right? Even when I was buying it and I'm like, it's not like a third-party website. It's literally Walt Disney World website, and they're like, how do you want it shipped? And I was like, I don't. Can you send it to me electronically? I don't know what you're saying.
It's like, I'm buying this online. Can you send it to me on the line?
Right. On the line would be great. But the tickets came in today, so that made me happy, which leads into my rant of how in the world are we still why would you want a physical ticket?
Okay, so now we're going to rant.
Yeah, the chances of me losing this ticket are so high. They're so high.
The what?
The chances of me losing a physical ticket.
For sure.
Right. So I'm trying to figure out if I can scan it into my phone. I know, first world problems. I'm trying to figure out if I can scan it into my phone so I don't lose it.
I mean,
Or
yes,
just be
there are first world
responsible
problems,
adult.
but it's also, I mean, that's a legitimate rant. Like if you're spending money to do something and they give you a physical thing that's so easy to lose.
Yeah.
That feels like the 80s.
Yeah, because it just looks like a plastic gift card. That's all it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, it's the size of a gift card.
Yeah.
It's not like a cool, like even, I don't, you can't really see them behind her. They're a little blurred out. But like you get like the lanyards and kind of that cool stuff to go to like conventions.
Yeah, no, it's not even that.
No, it's not that.
It looks
it's just
like a
a
gift
card.
card.
Like
Yeah.
you'd put it in your wallet.
Yeah, I just feel like it's Disney. How we got Marvel movies, but we're still sending out physical gift cards. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
We're talking about quantum realm, but
Yeah.
we still have a physical gift card to get
these
Disney
things
World.
could have been sent to you like neural transmitter wise. It'd be just part of your brain.
Right. If you already know what I'm shopping for before I even press search, you
Seriously.
should be able to tell me and give me a non-physical gift card.
Oh, that's so true.
Anyways, that's all I had. What's your rant this week?
Oh,
Why'd you refresh?
I've been doing that for a while. That's like the 8th time I've done
I know,
that.
but I didn't know why.
I was just checking to see if anybody's in there. That's all.
Oh, okay. Just
Because we could just be talking to each other, and that's
Yeah.
totally fine. It's sad, and a little bit pathetic, but it's what we do. Actually, we did this for years,
Right.
like before this when we recorded it. So, mine was I don't know how to put a word into it, but it's timelines. Waiting on others when you have a timeline.
yeah.
I have a serious problem with that. All right.
I always said they're here. That was me. I pushed the wrong button.
What were you trying to push?
You.
Oh.
I did it. I fixed it.
Oh. She put it on you, then me, you, me. It's fine. It's okay. So, when you're planning something, just anything, it could be a birthday party, could be well, what's the most recent thing you've been part of? Like a
Baby shower.
An event, anything like that. Let's just talk baby shower, right?
Sure.
So realistically, if you're supposed to, let's say, send out the invitations.
Yeah.
But somebody else is responsible for creating the invitations.
Yes.
Yet the person that sent them out is the one that looks like, what a
Right.
doofus. Why haven't they sent these out on time? But it goes up the other levels, and you're like, okay, I'm just the dude that's playing another dude, right? So Tropic Thunder, you got to see it. But realistically, it's like, why? I'm having that issue right now. It's like I have to pull permits and stuff like that for events multiple times in a year. But there's a lot of things that go into the steps of going there. Like I need a map of the venue. I need certain information, like certain license numbers and those types of things. And this is, I'll be not super specific, but if you're part of the group that ever watches this later, hey, we're still friends. But well, it's just one of those things. Like if I've been asking for 2 months that I'm going to need.
Right.
Like by April 1st, I said by April 1st, actually I said by April 6th. By April 6th, I'm going to need these specific things, 3 specific things. Yeah. I've been saying that for 2.5 months. April 6th happens. April 7th.
Not on vacation.
And then the people aren't available because they're not on calendar now. I'm like, okay. So today or yesterday or 2 days ago, I finally got the information. And this is a very time sensitive thing. I mean, if you've ever dealt with the government, we're dealing with that, you're talking about, you can't submit for a permit 30 days
too early.
More than 30 days out.
Right.
And then some permits you can only submit 2 weeks before the event.
Right.
So if you're a week behind in submitting that event, you've got 7 days to collect all of the information.
Yeah. And hope that they get back to you.
Then hopefully they send it to
Right.
you via facsimile.
Right.
Right?
Or snail mail.
No, it's just like, so my biggest thing is like excuse. And then the people that have, this is where my real rant comes from. Okay? Excuses that everyone has.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I've got 2 kids and they're on spring break. And I was like, who cares? We're talking about a school and we're talking about a program that's part of the school. So obviously we all have kids.
Right.
So how is that a freaking excuse? And then it goes, well, I'm on spring break. I was like, so are my kids. They go to the same school.
They're in your program.
Like I don't understand that as a reason. It's like, or let's just be very specific. Yeah. We're on tour at Disney.
Yeah.
So are we. We were there too. Like, but I'm still doing the work.
Right.
And it's kind of like when you're a volunteer and the other people are paid to do something, yet the volunteers are working harder on the back end.
Right.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
So sorry, but the big part is using excuses that everyone has.
Yeah.
Everyone has. Well, I'm sorry, but somebody else had my car. I was like, cool. Like, why would you let somebody use your car when you had an appointment? Makes no sense.
Yeah.
So, all right. I got sweaty, man. I got heated.
Ooh, deep rant.
But I was like, why would you do that? Why would you make those stupid excuses?
Because for some of them it's worked. People are like, oh yeah, I totally understand.
No,
we're not
we
those
do
people.
understand, but guess what? We showed up.
Still has to get done.
Well, we do actually understand what it takes.
Right.
Because we were there on time.
Right.
We got our stuff done on time.
Yeah.
And we're in the same situation as you.
Right.
So why is that a thing? Okay. Just so I have to itch my nose on camera, but you don't.
Correct. You shouldn't have given me buttons.
Whew, I got heated.
Good rant,
All right.
love. Good rant.
All right. What are we doing?
Next one.
Oh, we're just pumping through these? Is this like I don't understand.
What?
Whew.
Advise me not.
We'll do the box today because we have time.
Well, we always have time. It's our show.
This is where it goes.
Like
this
we're
is
not.
where it goes off the rails. Do you want to tell me what the topic is today?
Yeah, I wrote some ideas down, but I think she just derailed it.
Yeah. So I feel like today.
Let me scratch mine out.
We're going to talk about how to convert to an extrovert. I am an introvert. I am not good with most people. It makes me tired and exhausted to talk to other people. I get sweaty. I feel like my anxiety kicks in, and I don't truly enjoy having to interact, especially people I don't know. I like the people I know. It doesn't make me tired. But if I have to, I'll talk about conference for next month. I have a business with my sister who is an extrovert. And that was the whole point of she gets to go and be the extrovert when we do these things because that's her strength. And my strength is I'll remember all the numbers. I'll I'll chime in every once in a while and be that person. But for friggin' whatever's happened the last 2 years, she's missed all of them for either health or she's pregnant and she can't travel, whatever it is. So I had to turn into an extrovert. And it's only for 2 days. It's not it's large amounts of time. But it's so hard. It's so hard to be that person. And I don't know. I'm a decently talkative person if I know you. But I love listening to people. But I don't know how to truly be a really good extrovert. Does that make sense?
Totally does. No, I mean, but I don't. What do you mean by good extrovert?
There are just some people that again, Becca is a really good extrovert. She just
likes people just as much as you.
I know, but she's so much better at talking to people. So much better.
So
you're better at talking to people.
And I mean, I'm an introvert.
You say that, but
no, I mean,
no one believes you.
Well, I look at it this way: if you're with people and you're having to talk to people that are not close to you, and it exhausts you, it doesn't rejuvenate you.
Yeah.
To me, that's an introvert.
That's
that
true.
means it takes work.
Yeah.
You have to work at it. And I think we've talked about this a little bit before, but I think I can only talk about the tools that I use.
Yeah.
When it comes to people that I want to get to know, but I just don't like talking to people.
Yes.
So it's so hard for me because when somebody says, "Whoa, isn't it so nice out today?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm standing here next to you, bro." Like, if you think like
Jeez.
sunny and 80 out and no wind is nice, then yeah, it's freaking nice out. I mean, why are we talking about how nice it is? That's the dumbest thing. Man, it's been really windy lately. Yeah, I know. I'm literally standing next to you. I hate that. Let's talk about small talk.
Yeah.
I hate small talk. Small talk, like weather, hate it. Sports, a lot of people like, and I understand that. So I try and keep up on at least like sports, what's relevant right now.
Yeah.
Just so that maybe I can get in the door with a lot of people, because I do have to talk to a lot of people. And sometimes they're not sports people, but they also understand that little rule too.
Yeah. Sports ball.
Yeah. Yeah. We had that conversation last night, right? Yeah. CJ was going to explain to us.
Wasn't going to. He
explained a basketball game to us, but realistically, like the end of a basketball game. So, and before he said it, I said, well, I can sum it up before you even say it. I said, you're going to say sports ball. Somebody almost won, but they didn't.
He ruined the whole story.
And if that's not like an intense sports story in every sport, that's just what it is. Yeah. It is cool to go into this, but I'm really bad at small talk.
Yes.
But I'm getting better because I like to pick out stuff that maybe they're interested in. Not just sports, not just weather.
Yeah.
The things that I've learned is talking about something small, finding something small in, like, either you go to their house or we're going to a common place that they've been to before, or something they're wearing or something, those types of things.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, they could be triggers. So you have to be kind of like, wow, that is a really nice old watch. And it just got given to them by their dad that just passed away. Right. You're like, okay, there's trigger warning sometimes on accident. But realistically, I was like, wow, I really like the choice, the way, the choice of your glasses. Because it's the first time you've met them. And they're like, oh, thanks. It took me a while to choose them.
That's small talk.
That is small talk, but it's talking about something about them.
Yeah, not just
saying
vague.
Nice outside.
Yeah.
I know I'm in the room with you.
Yeah.
Like, it's.
See, I feel like I live in the small talk realm because I don't have to, because that's how most people start a conversation with me, is something small talk. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's good, because now that you're initiating the conversation, I can be more of a listener than really an active participant in this conversation.
But if they're not talking, you have to initiate the conversation somehow. You have to, if you're
that's
just
the issue.
If you're just sitting there staring at each other, Sarah will just continue staring.
100%. I will make it so awkward for everyone around us.
She will just walk past you.
Oh, for sure. And then I'll feel really bad about it because I just made it super awkward.
Like,
That's the issue.
I mean, I don't know if you're not watching on this video.
Yes, Valerie, just silence.
It could be like this. I'll play Sarah, and you go, just say hi. Hi.
And that's it.
And then I just, in the video, I just slowly walk away. I'm like, how many times she's done that? And I'm still standing there.
Yes.
And I'm like, you know this person. I do not. And
Even
now I'm standing looking at this person.
Because I feel like if you don't say hi, now it's just more awkward. Now it's like, there's like a thing of why didn't you say something? So I feel like I could say hi, but I can't go further than that. I don't know what to say.
But then I just kind of look and wave at this person and just follow you.
Yes.
How awkward is that?
My social skills are terrible. Don't go somewhere with me. Like, Bailey, I apologize in advance, because when we go to conference, I will do my best to introduce you. But Bailey's
a social human.
I have taken Scooter many places, and I will say, oh, hi. We'll say, Tim. Hi, Tim. How's it going? Oh, it's good. And Scooter back here is like, I'm her husband, Scooter. I was like, oh, yeah, that's Scooter.
Oh, yeah. I'm not here by myself. But Bailey's pretty good at it, too. She's kind of an introvert also, but she understands the meaning of bonding with another human. And I think that's where I was going to talk about that. I was like, personally, I don't know if a lot of people go through this, but I've spoken to some people that it's similar. Small groups are super hard for me. Super hard.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you have to pay attention to every single one. If it's like under 10 people, you're like, so much pressure. But if it's like 100 people, who cares?
See, I don't feel that way. Well, it depends on the event, I should say. Like when we go to music stuff, it doesn't matter. I don't have to talk to anybody. But if it's something where like you're supposed to network and like talk to people,
That's
even though there's 100-something people, I'm still like, I can't go all this way and not talk to anybody.
Yeah, there's seminars and training courses and everything so you can be better at that stuff.
I know.
Hard for it's very rare for it to be natural.
Yeah.
For something like that.
Yeah. And I found that what I can do is I attach myself to an extrovert. even if I go by myself, there's someone at my table who wants to have a conversation. So I usually just be like, "Hi, I'm your introvert for the week. Please take me with you wherever you go. I appreciate you."
So we're a bit. What you're talking about is converting to an extrovert. Is that even a? I mean,
the skills. I don't think you can ever truly convert from. I don't think you can.
I don't think you
from
should.
An introvert to an extrovert. But I think at some point you do need some extrovert skills.
Right, but you also need
introvert skills.
Introvert.
You need to know when to shut up.
You need. I know. Thanks.
Oh, I
felt like you were talking right. You
didn't mean
like you saw into my soul.
I didn't mean you.
I gave you a buzzer for a reason.
Scooter's the best thing is that he doesn't know how to say bye.
No.
When it's the end of a meeting, of a conversation, it could be 15 minutes. And I'm like, you said bye 15 minutes ago. And I think people want to go now. But no, he doesn't understand that.
The end of the conversation to me is like, all right, so I'll talk to you later. And then I give him a whole synopsis of the whole conversation we just had.
Yes.
Or I bring up something completely different that has nothing to do with the meeting.
Yes. Which I find hilarious. Because when people do it to you, you get so annoyed. You're like, I got to go.
But do you have to go?
Exactly.
I don't think you do.
So I am trying to work on how to be more extroverty. And I know it's not the right word, but that's the word I'm going with. Because I do want people skills. And maybe people skills is a better word than being an extrovert. But the funny thing is, if people talk to me, I don't think they would ever think that I don't have people skills. Because I think I do.
Oh, you have.
I can have conversations with people.
When you are attentive to a human being, you make them feel like they're the most important person in the world.
Oh, that's nice.
You just do. And I don't know how to do that by any means. And if I do that to anybody, it's because I've learned it, not because I've ever, or I truly, truly, truly feel it down in my spirit. But man, you can do that to people you just that are not important.
Yeah.
I mean, like that sounds so cold, but come on. There's some people in your realm of your circle of humans that come around at times and they're a drain on society. And they're just exhausting to be around. But you make them feel like the most important person in the world. And I was like, and this is without having like therapy skills and being a doctor. I was like, you have a better bedside manner of any psychiatrist, psychologist, therapist I've ever met.
That's nice.
It's gross. Because now I've got to deal with this person too. I was like, I can't deal with them the way you deal with them, so I don't know what to do.
Oh, gosh.
That's the truth.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's an advise me not more, if I need someone to advise me.
Well, advise me not is not, that's literally why it's called that. Right. Advise me not.
Right.
We're not giving you advice.
No.
We will take your advice.
I find that like if I make it like a challenge, like, hey, you have to talk to this many people when you go to things. Or like if I go to an audit, you have to talk more than just about this audit when you're there. I feel like it helps me to be like, okay, this is part of what I have to do now. It's not like this weird, don't get me wrong, still super awkward. But I feel like it makes it easier if I'm like, okay, I need to go talk to that person because I recognize their face and I can't remember where it's from. Or like, oh, this is the person I hung out with the last time. I should go say hi or buy them a drink or something. So I feel like that helps if I make it a challenge. But I still like to sit in silence.
And again, I'm one of those people that I need to sit in silence to refill my tank.
Yeah.
I go to conventions, like gaming conventions. I've gone to some of the conventions with you. No, just one.
Yeah.
That was a nightmare. I ate something really bad, or drank something bad. I spent the following day in the room, in the bathroom. That's it.
Becca told him, you can't hang out with Sarah at conferences. She goes hard.
Well, I mean, I did well. I could go hard.
Last time we lost Becca when I went the one time with her. The whole second day, she's like, I can't do it.
I can go hard. I mean, but it was something, I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Nashville. Yeah. And it was something, I think it was something we ate or something. But other than that, what were we talking about? Okay. Going hard.
Extroverty.
No,
it's gone.
Well, I don't think I had anything really to add to any of this thing. I feel like it's
No, just a me conversation.
Well, no, I'm a pretty strong introvert. I really need to recharge my battery, and going into these places, I will sit in a corner for a while and drink my juice and eat a banana, and so nobody talks to me. It's pretty easy in my realm of humans, because when I go to conventions, it's mostly about role-playing games, board games, which probably 75% of these people are introverts anyways.
Right.
So you sitting in the corner is not like somebody's like, hey, is everything okay? Right. They're like, they're fine.
Yeah.
They're rebooting like I am. So that's kind of nice. But I do know conventions like yours, you got to be on the whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah, because if you're sitting at the hotel bar, you're sitting next to an owner of a company. Right. You're sitting next to somebody that you could be selling them something, or they could be selling you something, or it's a great collaboration.
Exactly.
You could be losing out on a lot of opportunity and money for you and your company.
And it's this weird thing too. I know I feel like it's getting more like specific to conferences for us, but it's this weird thing too of when I go to conference, and I think that's partly of why I find it hard sometimes to have that conversation, is that I represent a whole group of people when I go to these things.
Yeah.
Because that's
the hard part.
The industry I'm in, it's very white male centered.
Yeah, very much.
And so if I go there, I'm fitting into the small box of women who do auditing and who have their own business, or I fit into this even smaller group of Black people who do auditing, have their own business. And then there's this non-existent category where we're the only ones who are Black women who have their own auditing business. And so I feel like I have to go there and I have to be something, which takes even more effort because I don't even know what that something is. But I have to go there and be something because I'm representing something bigger than myself.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We could talk. I mean,
I think that's why it makes me so tired. I think that's why it's so hard.
It is exhausting.
And I think that's the part that I would love to be better about, because I want to be there and be like, oh, I know what I'm talking about, and I know how to present myself, but I don't know how to make it so friggin' awkward all the time.
I think I think I said that to Mariah just the other night. It's something I do take little tidbits from my parents. I try and only take the good stuff, right? Which sometimes is a very small box.
Yeah.
But when it comes to my dad, there was two things. He goes, there's two things you need to do when you walk into a room. You need to act like you know what you're talking about. That's number one. Number two, you have to know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it's so true. That was one thing that like even rang in when I was in my early 20s. I was like, that really made sense to me, because you can know everything in the world, but if you can't portray that you do, you're still considered an idiot.
Right.
So when it comes to, I mean, we can go back into that, but I think the one-on-one stuff is the harder stuff for me. Conventions are not that hard for me because I can turn it on for a while and I can always
take a break,
leave and go to the hotel.
Yeah.
To my own room, not down the hotel bar. Because if you go down to the hotel, the main areas, you're just asking to run into somebody.
Yeah.
So take a night off. But let's talk about like this on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't want to talk to somebody, don't call them.
That's true.
Don't feel obligated to call them.
Yeah.
Don't feel obligated to respond to that text. If you left them on read, and they're upset with you, that's on them. Realistically,
Yeah.
they saw that you read it, and they've got stuff going on, right? And I think I've gotten better at that, because I used to be really bad. I was like, man, they read that text, they haven't responded. I was like, you know what? I'm the guy leaving people on red sometimes now. So be realistic about those things. Be realistic about what exhausts you, what your limits are. Be realistic. I was like, I need to take a break, because I think that's why so many people can get so stressed out at the end of the day. I'm talking about this when we both have high blood pressure.
Hey,
All you guys
mine's back to normal.
All you guys are so stressed out. Yeah. But yeah. So know your limits, man. Like, and I've been trying to tell myself this forever, is because I used to be go, 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 go. Now I'm like, hey, I'm going to take a break. And they're like, well, I was like, no, I'm volunteering to help you out.
Are you back on your rant?
No, well, kind of, but I'm like, I'm not going to go to the point where I'm going to stress myself out to help somebody out. That's because that's not helping them out. That's hurting them.
Yeah.
You know, they feel like that you did something for them, and then they'll never ask you again.
Right.
You know, and then vice versa. It's like, and then let's go to the complete flip upside. Flip upside. That's a word, right?
You got it.
Off you pop. Oh, thanks, Noel, for that. If you know, you know. If you don't, let me know. The flip side of that is, like, if you're just sitting and doing something, let's say you're playing a video game, or you're working, or, you know, whatever you're doing, and somebody crosses your mind that's in your life, you're like, man, I haven't talked to that person in a while. Why not? That's on you now. Like, send them a message, look them up, call them. You don't have to call them, but send them a text, send them a message. I was like, that is the most gratifying feeling, just knowing there's like somebody out there, you crossed their mind.
Yeah, was thinking about you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, just do it randomly. I did that. I think I did that. I do it randomly to multiple people in the area. Like, so if you get a text from me and you watch a show, it's because you're on my mind.
Yeah.
It's not an alarm set in my system or anything like that. You're on my mind. I was like, hey, I was thinking about you. Really was. So I'm going to send you a message and say I miss you.
Yeah.
It's really that simple. I don't care who you are. So you got to do both sides.
Right.
But if they don't respond, if I say, hey, miss you, bro.
Yeah.
Or I haven't seen you well, how are things going? And they don't respond, move on.
Right.
You know, because you're doing that for yourself, for one.
Yeah.
But you're hoping they're okay.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's an extrovert thing too. That's hard to do.
I feel like that's easier because
it's easier.
It's no face-to-face time.
Well, it's easier, but I'm still saying it's not easy.
Yeah. My feelings don't get hurt if people don't respond to me.
I do. It depends on who it is, I think.
Because I message my cousins all the time, and I'm like, hey, just seeing how it's going. Silence.
I think it depends on who it is. I don't know if some people it doesn't hurt my feelings. Sometimes it just ticks me off.
Oh.
I'm like, we're working on a project, and we're supposed to be doing it now, and you're not responding to me all day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was busy. Well, hopefully busy working on the project that we're working on, because I'm working on it. What are you doing?
Oh,
That's
Lord.
a whole nother... We should slow
We
down
need
a
the
bit.
box.
We need to slow... It's behind you.
Bailey wants your shirt.
Oh, my shirt? Oh, this... Oh, you don't even... Okay, so I'm wearing a shirt. All right. It's basically... It's a tattered up teddy bear. Right? And it says, I kill monsters. There's a reason behind that. Nod is the character. I can actually probably pull it up. Let's see if I can pull it up, and I'll actually show it on the video. So you might have to vamp for a while, but it says I kill monsters, and the comic. Let's see, scattered.
I think you could do both.
I'm trying to. Whoop. I'm trying to
look sideways and type at the same time.
And type this way, and I have to look at my
your fingers as you type. That's
at the same time. It's
terrible.
It's really bad. There's a guy who does the comic Damaged Ink. He's a friend of ours. He's I think it's
Who is it?
Was it brain cancer survivor?
Who are we talking about?
I'm getting you guys all excited about it. because I'm going to pull them up.
I think I know.
And
Oh yeah, I know him.
yeah, we've met him. Let's see if we can go.
You gonna share it?
I don't know. We're going to see if the browser thing works. I don't know if I set it up. Nope. That's just our little faces
Just
here.
say it.
Just kidding. But I think I could fix it real quick. Chrome and James Burton.
We know some
Look
really
at,
cool people.
See, I know how to fix stuff. Yeah, we really do. This guy I met at a convention for, God, I think it was just for role-playing games, comic books, all that kind of stuff. And his name's James Burton here. But he's, I think it's called The Story of Nod, or I wonder if it's still on there.
It's a new shirt.
Oh, look at, ooh, 20% off. I got it through here because here's the thing is don't pinch me, Tita. I'm protected. This is where I got it. There it is. That's the one I got right there. I Kill Monsters. The idea behind this, please support them. I wasn't going to be in my shout outs or anything like that, but I did wear it kind of because I haven't worn it in a while. Check it out because it's a comic book that's basically real bad monsters. You know, like kids fall asleep and they have nightmares and they think there's a monster under the bed. Well, it's real when she does fall asleep. Yeah. But the teddy bear comes to life and kicks butt, is the protector of this little girl that falls asleep. And it has a personal meaning for James. And I'll let you guys research
that. Could be a movie.
Oh, it's amazing. The idea behind it is so cool. And I love the way his brain works. It's called Angry Brain. What was it? Angry Brain something. Angry Brain Works. It's called The Ballad of Nod. But yeah, you got a cool guy. One of the first guys I ever met at Scattered Comics, and now we've been working with them for 7 years.
Yeah.
Pretty closely. And Bailey, if you like it, that one of the people from Scattered Comics at the time was Eli, who did our little penguin joke. He did that one.
Yeah.
They've done some stuff for PK and DK, which they talked about today.
Oh, yeah? The shirt.
Yeah. Eli did that one. Yeah. And then our little logos that are on here that you see, our little faces and everything.
I almost said midgies. That's not what they're called.
No, they're caricatures, but they're chibis.
Chibis. I was close.
Those were created by Jason Doobie, who is like the founder and owner of Scattered Comics. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean,
plug.
We didn't mean to, but yeah, thank you for it. Because if you want to ask me about any kind of shirt or anything that I wear, there's something.
So many.
I don't wear a shirt just cause. Usually, sometimes I do, but most of them have a story. Because I believe this very strongly. If you didn't buy a T-shirt,
you weren't there.
It did not happen.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, just that tell.
Because you don't have a Disneyland shirt.
No. But
So
I do have a little Sebastian that can sit on my shoulder.
But it didn't say Disney on it.
Boom.
Didn't happen.
Boom. Yes, proper. Proper is the way to go, John, when you want to do shots.
Yeah.
And we're doing this on a Thursday because
sleeping in
tomorrow's going to be a whirlwind.
Yeah.
So we're beginning our weekend a little early. Like, no joke, like Saturday morning at 6 a.m. We are flying out.
We're very excited.
Headed out to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Vancouver, Canada. Yeah.
First time for me.
Uh-oh.
And it's raining. Super excited.
We might not come back.
I feel like
might be so awesome.
Going into our vacation when it's raining doesn't count as vacation.
Okay, so they have to go twice.
Yeah, when it's not raining.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to play this game.
I'm exhausted. I've been talking so much.
I know.
I think if you did a counter on here, it'd be like 20 words to 1.
Yeah. But you always talk more than I do. So it's okay.
That's ridiculous.
So I'm going to do this.
What are we doing?
And then I'm going to read.
What are we doing? Oh my gosh.
John said, because Friday is too long to stink and wait, I need an excuse desperately. So double cheers.
Double cheers. We'll do this. Oh.
What are you cheersing?
I forgot it was in the hammer space. See this hammer space?
Ooh.
Oh, you almost did it. Right? Slanchava.
All right.
Hold on.
Oh. Bonus round.
I got to get my little plugs in there best I can because I wrote all these,
I know.
So
John, Valerie, next time we're going to Canada, you're going with us? That's what I just heard John say.
did he?
No, he just said he's jealous.
Oh.
I interpreted that to mean they're going with us.
But they're like, oh, I can't leave the country. It's dangerous.
No.
It's Canada.
They'll go north.
It's Canada.
They'll go north. I know it.
You might get like run over by a moose.
All right. Question 1.
Oh, no. Am I playing?
Yeah, those are yours over there.
What are we playing? Bonus round.
Yeah. What is one deal breaker you have on a first date?
Oh.
We'll say had, I guess, because you don't have any more first dates, sucker. Just kidding. If you...
Yeah, life could take a weird turn.
Hey, why would you say that? I know, I'm just kidding. If you had a shrink ray, what would you use it for? Shrink ray.
It's just so big.
What is the most uncomfortable sensation? I don't know.
The first and the last one are my favorite.
Same. You guys have a suggestion? 1, 2, or 3?
Who you guys?
Anybody in the chat if they want to vote.
Are you guys participating?
Deal breaker on a first date, shrink ray, or most uncomfortable sensation. Otherwise, I'll mix them up and I'll just let you pick one.
No, that's weird.
Those ones.
You just pick one.
All right. 3.
You don't even remember what 3
I
is
do.
now.
Sensation. So I feel like to me, because I have some emotional issues, I hate being on the verge of tears. I don't know if that's considered sensation, but to me it is. I cannot stand it when like either it's just been a really long day and everything makes me want to cry, or I'm watching something that I feel like shouldn't be emotional and I want to cry, or I'm at a movie and I'm like, people can't see me cry, so I'm holding it in. I hate being on the verge of tears. That's my sensation.
That's a sensation?
I mean, also like hitting your elbow, your funny bone. But to me, that's a sensation. Probably not what they were thinking when they wrote that question.
Wow. Now I don't know. That's
not-
a good one. That's
it's not an
actually
emotion, it's a
that's a really good one. But I kind of like. How do I want to say? I don't like. What is the question?
What is the most uncomfortable sensation?
Oh, I don't think on the verge of crying is the most uncomfortable for me. So not for me.
Okay.
Because I'm on the verge of crying like
All the time?
at every given moment. Because I'm also on the verge of raging at any given moment. So I'm an emotional creature. So emotions are not uncomfortable for me. I know they are for you.
Absolutely.
Oh, we know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
All of them.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. Oh, centennial woman. So the sensation, I think it's uncomfortable or rage ready. I think it's like restrained tickling.
Oh, that's good.
Like not being tickled. I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
I'm
Yes,
like,
you do.
I have a problem with that because it's like, yeah. But like restrained tickling, and you've
That
never done
rarely
that.
hap- No, 'cause-
you've never done that.
No, you're stronger than me.
Okay, but I was,
If I could.
I'm almost 50,
Yes.
so I've had a lot of restrained tickling experiences. I have older siblings. I think that's the most uncomfortable. Like if I'm held down and being tickled, I already hate being held down. That's
And
like
hate
my,
being tickled.
I hate being held down and being like claustrophobia and restrained. That's
Yeah.
why, that's one of the reasons I did jujitsu is to try and get through that.
Yeah.
Right. Which it helped a lot, but I think the restrained tickling would be
That's funny.
the worst.
Valerie says she hates everything about tickling.
There's just something about it. It's just like it makes me like I don't mind a little boop, and you're like, wow. But I was like, but if you're holding me down
Right.
and tickling me, that's torture. That's torture.
Yeah.
So
But TV shows make you think like it's not. Like it's just
so
loving.
funny. I was like, no, you are assaulting another human being. Why? I mean, how is that legal? It's like, oh, this is funny. I was like, no, I'd rather you punch me in the face.
Oh, it's excessive.
No, No, I'm serious. Like, but not tickling itself. Tickling itself is kind of enduring. It depends on titillating tickles are nice. Like, your loved one, like brushing their fingers behind your neck. That's a like tickling light. It's like titillating, right?
Yeah.
Or putting their fingers through your hair and it gives you a little shiver.
Yeah.
That's very emotional. But the tickle when you can't move, not okay. Like,
oh, I know what we're doing later. Just kidding.
My safe word is pumpernickel. Pumpernickel.
Oh,
now, actually, do you know what my safe word is? More, please.
Stupid. I love tickling people. But yeah, I guess nobody wants to be restrained and tickled. It doesn't sound fun.
Well, I don't mean like restrained. Like, I don't mean like held down, tied down, those kind of things.
No, because sometimes you'll tickle my knee and you're way stronger than I am. And that's restrained tickling because I can't move my leg.
I don't like grab your head and wrap you up and then tickle your knee.
I just grab
your knee.
Right. But I can't move it.
I mean, there's a difference between that kind of tickling and like holding you down and then tickling you.
Same thing.
No, that's different. That's way different.
It's like the same thing.
Like if you grab my side and I couldn't get your hand off of this, that's not restrained tickling. That's excessive tickling. Which will piss me off, but it's not restrained. Like I can still get away.
Such an odd childhood you had. I don't think I've ever been restrained and tickled. I'll be honest.
Well, do you want to talk about my trauma drama?
No,
that is my new phrase, trauma drama.
Nah.
I have drama because of my trauma.
Oh gosh. What are your questions, sir?
I haven't even read them. Okay. Oh, these are on the nose a little bit.
You want one?
No.
Okay. Just that.
First one is, have you ever cheated at a board game? Number 2, what is the least amount of money you would accept to swallow a, wait for it, dead worm?
Same thing as an oyster.
Number 3, if you could have free meals for life at one fast food chain, which one would you choose? Anybody? That's 1, 2, or 3.
1, 2, or 3.
Number 1, have you ever cheated at a board game? Number 2, what is the least amount of money you would accept to swallow a dead worm? If you could, and number 3, if you could have free meals for life at one fast food chain, which one would you choose?
3.
Is it the 3 again?
Yep. I'm just going to comment about the board game one, though. So as an adult, I don't cheat at board games because I've learned that everyone else around me is trying to strategize. So if I just play like normally, I end up winning because I don't even
want to talk about that.
Strategize.
I hate it. No, she doesn't even play the game.
I just break the system. I just do it correctly.
That's not a joke. She breaks every game we've ever played because she plays so by the book. No strategy, just does the turn and moves forward, doesn't think about the next one, and it goes there. If there's a lying aspect of the game, she chooses not to.
Yeah.
She chooses not to lie. So it breaks the game, does not work, and she wins. Like, she doesn't win every time, but it's got to be 4 out of 5 times.
Yeah.
4 out of 5 times is pretty,
Yeah.
about 80%.
But I was younger. I'm sure I did because... Yeah, like when John talks about Monopoly, I don't think I had the patience for Monopoly.
Monopoly's stupid.
It was just too long.
Monopoly is like, hey, let's play a game about what you're going to have to do in life.
Isn't that called Life?
No, Life is a whole different game. That was when I was like, have a bunch of kids, you make more money and you win. That was the game of
Life. And John said Clue too. I never played Clue.
But that's one of your favorite movies.
Oh, it's my favoriteest movie, but I've never played the game.
Are they remaking the Clue?
I hope not.
Clue?
The Clue. I hope not.
I think they're remaking Clue. I do know they remade the board game itself.
That doesn't matter to me. I've never played it.
No, they just made it less white.
That's good. More diverse.
Yeah, and again, no, just less white.
And sexy, I heard.
Is it sexy?
Someone said that.
Oh, wow. We might have to get a safe word and play Clue.
I didn't mean like that. I just thought that their outfits were more sexy outfits. I do like
Clue. It's a really good base for. There's a lot of games now that do the same thing. A much similar. It's like social deduction, is what they're called, and they're simpler but harder.
you supposed to lie in Clue?
Kinda.
Oh.
I don't think you're supposed to lie, but you're pretending you're wanting somebody to guess somebody that's not you, kind of
Okay.
thing. Or you're trying to get them to guess you because you're not the real murderer. It just depends on thing, and it's called a social deduction mechanic.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of games out there right now that do the same thing with less pieces and less setup, if that makes sense. So you can like sit around a table like this, or at a pub, or anywhere you want to at a restaurant, and then you pull out a deck of cards and you can play a very similar type game as Clue. And it takes less time and it's a lot more casual.
Well, Valerie and John are playing Clue next time. So.
I'm down.
What was question 3?
All right. If you could have free meals for life
that
at
one.
one fast food chain, which one would you choose?
That's so hard.
Not for
because
me.
I feel like we've been eating less fast food.
Yeah.
So I don't. When I was younger, I would have said Carl's Jr. 100%.
Nope.
Because the Western bacon
make you sick.
cheeseburger is a crisp cut fries.
Yeah, but
was like,
after 5 times in a row,
but 5 times in a row anywhere, it's gonna make you sick.
Nope.
Go ahead, you go first then.
Taco Bell.
Okay, no. No. Last time I got food poisoning, she went to Taco Bell.
That's just a chance you have to take. I mean, food poisoning is like you can go in the fridge, eat something expired, you
That's
get food
true.
poisoning. It's
That
got
is
nothing to do
true.
with Taco Bell.
That is true.
Nothing to do with Taco Bell.
I can't. No, Taco Bell will never ever be on my list.
Totally. I got to look at it this way. I was like, here's why. The essentials. Beans, protein.
Right.
Salsa and all this stuff in there. You got your veggies.
Okay.
Right?
no.
Okay, so you got the two, like, you can live off of like beans and rice. You can live off of
I agree.
beans and vegetables. You
Yeah.
can live off, like, it's sustainable.
I
Like,
agree.
the rest of your life.
Yeah.
What other restaurant has that as their core
Chipotle.
as fast food?
Chipotle does.
No, I don't think so.
What? Have you been to Chipotle?
I don't think that's meat.
Even if it's not, you still get beans and rice and
Oh,
grilled
that is
guacamole. Not just avocado with some sour cream.
All right, so, but I don't know. Are they considered fast food? Chipotle is?
Has to be.
I didn't know.
To me, I would think it's not like a-
Chipotle's not my thing.
Yeah, I mean,
But
Again.
yeah, maybe Chipotle. I think it's like if it's fast food and it's a Mexican base.
Yeah.
I think I could. I mean, you just don't get the fried stuff.
yeah,
You just don't have to get the fried stuff. Every once in a while, the fried stuff's a treat.
right.
You know, like you get a chalupa. Did I say that right?
Oh, nothing at Taco Bell ever sounds good.
It does.
I think
And
high
because-
school ruined it for me.
Well, I lived with no home for a while, and if I could scrape up 79 cents, I could eat.
yeah,
So that was nice. Made bad choices for sure, but because of Taco Bell, it's like you can have the bad stuff. They have bad stuff,
Right.
like tons of it, like
Yes.
just a bunch of cheese
Right.
that's not even real cheese. They fry this and do this, but it also, that's a treat.
right.
But they also have, like, you can get a bowl, but I guess Chipotle has that same
Right.
sort of stuff. Like,
And it tastes better.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I do.
I love Taco Bell. The beans, like when you get a bean burrito, I love the bean taste inside of a bean burrito at Taco Bell. I cannot,
Just all the crack they put in there.
maybe. I was like, can I have some crack cocaine? Yes. Put it in a tortilla, make it fresco style, and I'll take it. No, I really feel very strongly about that. I was like, let's be real. I haven't tried all fast food.
Right.
So I really don't know. I've tried most fast food.
Yeah.
And there's some that I was like, that's trash.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A,
Eh.
trash.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
I've only
But I
been
also
there
don't
once.
like fried foods.
I did there once and I was like, I did not enjoy that.
Right.
I used to do KFC.
Wendy's. I'm okay with the Wendy's because they at least have some options.
Yeah, but again, they don't have, like, if you went in there to have something just sustainable, it's not that.
What do you mean?
They don't have like if you get, let's go back to Taco Bell. All right. If you go in there and get like their cheap burrito with no cheese,
Yeah.
right? Just a bean burrito.
Yeah.
And you can, I don't know if they still do it, but I used to go there when they called it fresco style. Right?
Yeah.
And I get excited because it had beans and it had like pico de gallo in it and a tortilla.
Yeah.
Perfect. I mean, you have The tortilla has your starches, and your carbohydrates. Right?
It's like the perfect meal.
Yes. The fresco part of it has all your veggies.
Okay.
And then your beans has all your protein. Boom. You know what you're ready to do after that? Go lift iron and be ripped.
I was gonna say, sit on the toilet.
And you lose weight.
Oh God.
I'm telling you, it will be always my favorite go-to. I haven't had one in probably 2 years because this is an anti-Taco Bell house.
That's not true.
Oh, it's true.
I'm
true.
an anti-Taco Bell human.
Yeah, and then you do dictate what we eat in this house.
That's not true.
How is that not true?
If the whole
How is that not true?
If the whole house said, I want to have this, I would make it.
You're part of the house, so the whole house will never say
4 out of
Taco
5,
Bell.
even if 3 out of, because sometimes Lisa eat dinner. So if 3 out of 4 of you guys are like, hey, this is what I want for dinner, we'd do that.
You've converted Mariah, though.
I didn't convert Mariah. Her getting sick converted her.
Like, but honestly, that's happened to me from Taco Bell. And it was totally, it's totally worth it. It was kind of like, well, that was a bad Taco Bell night. I was like, I should have lessened up the Diablo sauce, just a little bit.
Oh gosh.
No,
we have this conversation every time we travel in the car with the kids. Like, where are we gonna stop to get something to eat?
Oh, traveling's different.
Because sometimes you'll say Taco Bell. I'm like, if you guys want
okay,
it, we'll
but Taco
go.
Bell traveling is dangerous.
Well, yeah, because you have to have a toilet. Like,
no, for what? Yep, that's at the end. But if you're traveling in the car and trying to eat a burrito,
yeah,
that doesn't pan out well. You need to have something like wrapped up in nugget size where you can eat it in one bite, right?
Which is why we never go to Taco Bell.
I've eaten burritos while driving. Bad idea.
Yeah.
But also 3 hours into the trip.
Right.
Like the trip's over.
Right.
Like get a
Very
hotel,
long break.
find a KOA campground, find some porta potties that comes.
Oh.
Everywhere in California is in construction, right? On the freeways.
That's true.
There's porta potties everywhere.
Okay, you can't use those. I don't think you'd want to use those.
If you got some bad Taco Bell, you're going to use them.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so that's mine. That's my long story long.
Yeah,
Taco Bell.
I'd probably have to go because I don't think I could do burgers for my whole life or like chicken sandwiches. I don't do fried foods, so it would have to be like Chipotle because it has like options for me.
You had me at Chipotle. When you said Chipotle, I feel like if that's for good, but
you can go healthy-ish at Chipotle.
Well, because I think you could make a Taco Bell style burrito out of the stuff.
The beans aren't gonna taste the same.
It don't matter. That you can get close.
Yes, you can make a bean and cheese burrito at Chipotle.
Right, but
you can't get Diablo sauce.
Yeah, but you can get. I mean, you can get fresco style. You can make it fresco style.
Yes, you can get pico de
gallo.
gallo.
Pico de gallo on there.
Yeah.
Some of the refried beans and a tortilla. I feel like
proud that Scooter could say pico de gallo. By the way.
What?
Oh, if you guys only know how far he's come.
With my Canadian accent or whatever it is. Southern Canada, my Montana accent. So what's yours?
Chipotle. It's gonna have
really.
Chipotle.
You hate Chipotle.
I hate almost all fast foods. I don't.
You hate Mexican restaurants.
Well, okay. Let me say this. This is the reason why. Because I don't like to spend money when I can make the food just as good or better than where we're going.
Better.
Thank you. Like I don't understand.
Like by far.
Spending money on things I can make.
No, really.
That's just how I feel.
Okay, what's going on? I mean,
okay, so John said bean burrito times 4 extra onions and extra red sauce for life.
I agree with that.
That seems like
the
too
bean
much.
burrito is like I just reel back the cheese a little bit because sometimes the cheese is what makes everything back up and then explode. It's like packing a.
It's not real cheese.
What they call it's like packing a musket.
Okay.
It's like you don't want to pack the musket.
You're ridiculous. And then he said, I would sneak off for a taco 12-pack, mix it up, hide down the street in my car, and gorge it solo. Oh, yeah.
So how much? Here's the question I have for John in the chat. Was it indica or a sativa that you were on? Like what? How many bowls were you in to get a 12-pack of tacos?
He says this, but I could see him totally downing a 12-pack of tacos.
But seriously, yes, I could probably do the same.
Oh,
but
gosh.
I don't think I would. I don't think I would put it in print.
Oh, it's great.
So thanks for that, dude. Because I think I've been on both sides of all sides of all of this. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can't talk about stuff.
Chipotle is a good answer. Because I always feel like something that's going to sustain you for, like, have the necessity, the nutrients.
Yes.
Like,
and
yes.
because you can go like vegetarian, vegan, or have meat while you're there. There's like so many different things you can mix it up. Because I can't do a lot of meat. It just makes me ill.
Yeah. See, and I'm on the flip side. Like, if there was something that was like something I would love and then probably get really sick of it, it'd be Arby's.
Oh God, no.
I love
That's
Arby's.
just salt.
Yeah, but it's like there was this, no joke, that I don't know if they still make it, but my favorite one was called the Montana.
Oh God.
And if you ever had like I think it's just the Arby's roast beef and cheddar.
Yeah.
They had that, but it was the same amount of cheddar. They didn't up
too
the cheddar.
much.
They didn't. Yeah, it was already too much for the sandwich. I agree with that. But it was like 7 times the amount of meat.
Oh no.
With that same amount of cheddar. I was
That's
like,
awful.
I love this.
Oh God, no.
But that was a long time ago, probably like 20 years ago. But that's when, that's kind of what I wanted to say, or Wendy's, because I really do like their just basic burgers.
Yeah. I missed a rant earlier.
But I can't just eat burgers.
No, I can't either. I like a good burger every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
But I also, again, I don't like a lot of meat. I could go vegetarian. I just don't.
Taco Bell.
No, stop saying Taco Bell. Plus you don't even know what's in those beans.
Does it matter?
Yes.
Does it actually matter?
Yes.
Why? Why does it matter?
Because they're not that tasty.
I mean, if the toenails are good for you,
Okay.
just go with it.
No. So I don't have real hot dogs either.
Okay, we're gonna circle back. We're going past Advise Me Not.
Yes.
We went down to our bonus round. Circle back.
I forgot one rant.
Sarah has a rant.
Okay. Has anyone been to the grocery store recently? What is happening?
No.
Okay, granted, there are 5 of us in this house, but it's like every single time we go to the store, it's a good between $50 and $100 every single time. And I don't think we're buying like fancy things. It's crazy how expensive it is. It just hurts my feelings. Then they have nerve like, here's a $5 coupon next time you spend $50. And I'm like, so can I go through the lane twice? Because I never leave here without spending $100 and I get my $10 off. I don't know. But it just makes me.
Okay, I'm going to put the camera on you. Okay.
Okay.
And expand on that rant.
Okay.
Get angry because you still sound nice.
I mean, that's as angry as I get.
No, you still. No, that is. Hold on.
That's not true.
That
actually.
is not.
No,
it is not. She does get angry. It takes a lot.
It does take a lot.
But I have pushed those buttons, okay? She does get angry.
The boys in this house
angry,
are the only ones
angry,
who can get me angry. That's
okay,
so
let's hear this shopping anger from you now.
Okay, I'll go with this one. But again, this was Instacart, but still. So I wanted chicken breast, and I think they were like $3.99 a pound, which is still a lot per pound to me for chicken because it's chicken, and I feel like it should be way cheaper. Anyways, the person who did Instacart, like, I feel like they're not even looking. So they got me like this organic, living your best life chicken. I can't think, but it's like this tiny little pack like this for $22, and I'm like, this is only one meal. This is one meal for us. I could have got salmon for this price. I don't understand why you would think when I asked for a $9 pack of chicken, I'd want a $22 pack of chicken. And I feel like that's everything. Have we bought eggs? I know eggs are the thing. Eggs are so expensive right now too. And granted, I like the ones when you crack the egg and it looks like a deep orange yellowish color. I don't like the ones where you get it and it's like a light yellow. Now, I also could just go vegetarian and it would be okay. But
didn't you say you could just do that?
I could,
but
you guys wouldn't survive. Scooter thinks he would. He would not make it. It'd be day one and he's like, can you just give me a bag of beef jerky so I can sit in a corner and eat the whole thing by myself?
I have
or
a story
some
about
chicken
that
wings.
too. I have a story about that.
But it's just insane how expensive it is. And there's that thought of like maybe if you just did couponing, it would save you more time. And I'm like, the amount of effort it would take to coupon, I could have just went to the store and just spent the money and not really saved the 30 cents. Because they don't give you coupons for like real food. It's like, here's a coupon for 50 cents off a bag of chips that I was never going to buy in the first place.
I'm avoiding eye contact. She's staring right at me and
Yeah.
I'm scared.
It's fine. I'm just saying, food is so expensive right now. It's just so upsetting. And I budget a good amount of money for food each week for us because, again, there are 5 of us,
I'm getting another beer.
3 teenagers, and we eat a lot of food in this house. But it's still out of control. Out of control, I tell you. That's all I got.
Oh, that's it? Oh, I was
That
going
was
to grab
my-
a
that was
beer
my
and stuff,
rant.
but hold on. There it is.
Proper.
See? This rant has been sponsored by Proper 12 Irish Whiskey.
It's just
Find
annoying.
it at your local... Because realistically... So I have to go back on this. We're lazy as hell these days. We're the most privileged human beings. We've earned it. I feel like we've earned it. Because we've always hustled. And even the kids that are in our house right now have not seen the hustle part of our life.
Yes,
And
they
that's
have.
the oldest one a little bit.
Mine. My part of my life. I mean, they've been since the whole thing.
Yeah, but they were like 6.
I still think they felt it.
Like CJ,
I mean, you had to
CJ
think-
doesn't even remember Santa Cruz.
Well, you didn't either.
No, I didn't remember Santa Cruz with my dad
Right.
when
neither
I was
did-
6.
Right.
So you're actually
That doesn't make him. Anyways.
you're
continue.
telling me I'm right by what
No,
you're saying.
Continue.
Is the hardships that we went through, they don't remember them. It's not a part of. It's not current life for them. So it's so distant. I mean, because it was like 8 to 10 years ago.
But
It was rough.
I don't know.
And 8 to 10 years ago, the oldest in the house was like 9, 10 years old.
Right.
So God, I was trying to. You're just saying, nope, you're wrong.
Wait, let me finish that though. I think that when they think of the hardships of that we've been through are different than what we see them as hardships. Like they remember when we were making the transition of moving to Sacramento and they lived in Fresno and I worked in Sacramento Monday through Friday and only saw them on weekends. They do remember
They
that.
were 5.
It doesn't matter.
3, 4. He doesn't remember when past like younger than he was 8.
They still remember that.
Who's they?
All 3, if you ask them.
Okay.
So I feel like, anyways, to me, that was their hardship. I can't remember where it's going. But groceries, yes, they're out of control. That's all.
Well,
that was my rant.
I was trying to go. That's why I said sponsored by Proper 12 Irish Whiskey because we Instacarted it because
Yes.
this podcast, like we didn't have anything in the house.
No.
Didn't have any beer, didn't have any whiskey.
No. Dry house.
We really did at the beginning of the day today. That's because I drank it all.
I stopped drinking. I only drink on the show.
She's drinking adjacent. No, it's we are actually cutting back considerably, especially when it comes to like whiskey and that kind of stuff. Not that we're not going to try it because we really do like it, but that's why I was kind of brought to you by that because the whole thing, it was Instacarted with the beer, the whiskey here, and the story. I have to be very honest. I saw that the chicken was replaced when I went to make this order today.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to make it. If anybody knows Instacart delivery stuff, I went to make this order today. And as soon as it popped up, it goes, rate your last delivery. And I go, oh, 5-star. I don't even remember the last delivery. And then I saw it. It's like, oh, did you really like the replacement of the chicken? I go, yeah, that's great.
No, I didn't. It was a
Okay.
terrible replacement.
But I did the review. So I gave that person a great review. So next time you buy cheap chicken, you're probably going to get the expensive stuff.
Right.
I apologize. I've had good luck with Instacart. Like this happened to me. This is my experience, and this has happened today. His name was Jared. Jared has started your shopping. 11 minutes later, it's at my front door.
Right. Jared was a G. We
Like-
were 10 minutes from the store. I don't know how he did it.
Like I clicked as soon as I ordered it from the time that I said send and it said you're good to go or whatever it says, 12 minutes later,
Yeah.
it was at my front door. And the guy showed up and it was super nice. He goes, "That's like my favorite beer." And I'm like,
I don't know how Jared did it.
This guy's a genius.
Yes. But oddly enough, I feel like the cost of alcohol isn't really going up in comparison to like healthy food. Healthy food is just so expensive.
I'm grabbing another beer because we have some. So,
but again, I feel
keep
like
ranting about,
when they
pick another subject.
I can keep on this one. When they send out coupons for food, it's always for garbage food. It's like you can't say you want people to eat better when you're sending me a coupon for stuff one I don't eat, or it's like packaged or processed foods that we shouldn't be eating in the first place. Now, whoever, what is it, Safeway or Rayleigh's? They do give us coupons for tequila, oddly enough, but not really for groceries. So I find that's kind of odd. I don't know if it's just because that's our spending habit when it comes to that one store. But yeah, anyways, I've been annoyed about groceries. That was my rant for this week because I don't even want to tell you how much we spent in groceries in the last 5 days, and the week's not even friggin' over. Yeah. Oh, he's in the kitchen saying something. Wait, he's coming back. And yes, I
got something to say.
I could make less expensive meals and less like healthful meals, but I don't want to.
It's not about that. You want to say about what we spent in the last 5 days. So before 5 days ago, we had a hermit that's locked in her room over here. We spent a couple days in Disneyland, right? We haven't had human beings here.
Yeah.
Did you switch to me? It's just on you now. You
okay.
have the buttons.
I got you.
So it's like, I gave you buttons for a reason. Use them. No. It ramped up recently. Like, just look at the house. The house has gotten dirtier.
Right.
A lot more. Well, there's people in it besides you and me.
Yeah.
Like, you create like 1 or 2 dishes a day.
Yeah.
And I put them in the dishwasher for you. And then I put mine in there. But now we've ramped up to 4. And they don't put their stuff away.
They're okay.
They're pretty good.
Yes.
But also, they're better than they have been. But also, the dishwasher has to be run every day again.
Yeah, because when they're not here, I don't really cook big meals. I'm just like, we can eat leftovers for 3 days. So there's
you're proving my
no
point.
big dishes.
You're proving my point. So we go all the way back to that. So of course you're going to buy less food because you and I we just need food for each other.
I know. I'm just saying. I just hate how expensive it is.
I do too.
We probably spend at least $2,000 a month on food.
Why would you broadcast that?
I'm just saying that's how much money we spend on food for 5 people.
You make it sound like we're freaking rich or something.
We're not. We have food. That's my point. Food is expensive when there's 5 of us, and 2 of them eat like they're 6 feet 7, 300 pounds. It's insane. I know, Valerie, it's a crazy number, but it's true. That's probably how much money. And I will throw in our food budget. It does account for us to eat out, but lately it's been like in and out, and that's maybe once a week, and that's $30. But it's crazy how much money we spend on food.
That's a lot. I mean, and I know that's a lot, and
that's not even a fake number. That's legit the number.
But I mean, we also look at it this way: it's like we also come from a place where we had to budget like 100,
right,
for the same amount of people,
right.
So it's not like.
And I understand that I could go back to like more processed foods.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
But if you have to, you have to.
Right.
And there's never going to be a like shunning or looking down on somebody that can't, because we've come from that place, and we may be there again. We don't know.
Right.
So we're prepared to go there, if that happens. But I just want to read this. Like, I'm very sorry, guys, but since COVID ended, I have completely stopped the delivery groceries. Got to end that trend. And that's John. And I was like, good for you, but I'm not going to end that trend, bruh. It's like, I mean, if I'm sitting here working, we got to look at it. I look at it this way, and I agree with you, because John likes to go do stuff though.
Yeah. Like
he likes to like take a project and conquer a project. I'm less like that. I'm like, I want to conquer this project. If I can find a way that this just gets conquered by itself, I'm cool with that. And I feel like this way, and especially when you come to somebody like Sarah, if going to the grocery store stresses you out, don't do it.
Yeah.
Right? If cooking dinner stresses you out, don't do it. Reason being is she's worth a lot of money per hour. I look at it financially. It's like, look at it financially. If it's a $5 delivery charge and this is not her number or anything, but let's just say you're worth $50 an hour, but it's going to take you an hour to go to the store and then an hour to come back. And you can spend $5 to have it delivered. You just made $45.
Right.
So economically, sometimes running to the store doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah. And I love grocery shopping.
Oh, she does.
It is one of my favorite things in the world because one, I'm with John. Like if I find some chicken that I want, I'm not going to choose the more expensive chicken. I will wait and come back to the store to get the chicken that I want. That is not $21 for a small
I miss
package.
my Winco, man.
I've been a Winco forever. We don't have one over here.
I know that sucked. Like when I lived in Tacoma, my favorite thing was go to Winco, and I don't even know if this exists anymore. We've talked about this, you and I.
Yeah.
I used to be $1.49, but I would go in there and I just pick whatever meat is under $2 a pound.
Yeah.
And I'd buy like probably $40 worth.
Yeah.
And then freeze it. But I live by myself
Right.
in a little tiny studio apartment and just freeze it. And I would just eat that.
Yeah.
So some months it would be pork, some months chicken, sometimes it was rarely beef. But you know what? And then sometimes it's like mystery meat.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but that's how I shopped. But now, if you can afford it and go and support your local companies and support your local struggling businesses, and that's how it kind of works. That's always like, she spends a lot of money on food.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I was like, one day I'll get under control, but I don't know.
I don't know what control is. What is control?
But I think too, so again, I do love going to the grocery store. I love finding things that are on sale and being like, you tell me the meat's expiring today, I'll figure out what to make for it today. I'm all about that life. It's great. But even that stuff's still expensive. They'll take $4 or $5 off, but I'm like, it's still a steak for like $15, $16 when it should be like $4 or $5.
Me, I'm like, okay, so we're at the grocery store. We're trying to buy this special thing. It's like, can we get Taco Bell on the way home?
We're not getting Taco Bell.
On the way home.
I also love Costco as well, John. Costco's great.
I can't do Costco as much as I used to.
Why?
Well, because I don't buy food.
That's true.
When I go to Costco, I end up buying like a set of chairs or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, we're not buying that stuff.
No, when I go to Costco, there's something about, can't even say it right. Costco.
You got this.
Costco.
All right, let's do this. Let's finish up our show.
Costco. I had something to say and I totally forgot.
That's okay.
I was excited.
Do you want to do what's up in your area?
I didn't write anything down. So
I did. So this is for my
What's up in you
area.
So
this is for our Central Valley people.
Oh, nice.
But Fresno State has Vintage Days for the next
What is that?
3 days. So it's at the college, and it's a fundraising event for the, what do you call them? Like the school, what's the word I'm trying to say? Like the student activities. Anyways, so it's fundraising, food, and live music, and it's 3 days at Fresno State. You guys should go if you're in the area. And you hear this before the 16th. So it's the 14th through 16th.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Look at
I
that.
know.
Look at that.
It happens every year.
Look at this.
Yeah, it's every year.
Days. I don't know what that means.
I recommend that.
What does it even do?
I don't even know if I've ever
You ever been there?
No, I don't think I have. Valerie said it's too far.
Too far from what?
From them.
It's 15 minutes, bruh.
There's also a lot of people that go to Vintage Days.
I'm like, it takes me 15 minutes just to think about doing anything.
All right, you ready for our last bit?
Oh.
I'm ready.
No, I didn't do anything. I apologize. I did not look up anything for what's up in you.
John said it's actually pretty cool and it's less than a mile from them. She's crazy.
I mean, if you could have it delivered.
No, you have to go to Vintage
Days.
Days.
Can you have Vintage Day
no,
delivered?
You have to go experience it.
Now, I agree. Like, you have to get out and do stuff. But if you don't want to.
Yeah. If we were in town, I'd go.
Let's look at it this way. If you don't want to go out to experience something, check yourself for a second, because maybe you need to.
Yeah.
Just because you don't want to doesn't mean your spirit doesn't need it.
That's true.
That's kind of an introvert, extrovert thing right there.
Yeah.
You know, because that's the reason I've become an extrovert, is because I'm an introvert, but I know I need friends, and I know I like to have friends,
Right.
and I know I like to do stuff, but it's hard for me to do it.
Yeah.
So, Valerie,
go to Vintage Days.
even though you think it's far and you don't want to, maybe you need to. Maybe you need to. Who knows?
Do it for the research.
I could be totally wrong, but I was just saying, just in life, sometimes you got to do it and go, yeah, that sucked. Or you go, wow, that's the coolest thing I've ever experienced.
She said, I don't want to.
No, there's a difference.
I don't want to.
I don't want to. Different. Don't want to.
Yes.
I don't want to. Where it's like, nope, I'm out. Different.
All right, let's do this.
What else are we doing?
Shout out.
Shout out.
Woo! It's my favorite.
And then we just stare at each
Yep,
other.
then we just stare.
That is her, what do they call it? Sounder?
Yes. See what's funny? So I wrote my shout out thinking it was next week, because I have a shout out that I have to do next week that I can't do this week.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah. And so I was like, so I wrote it and I put next week.
I mean, I know what it is. I'm ready for it.
Me too. Yes.
And,
Talk about next
we'll
week.
actually be broadcasting next Friday.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we'll be
yeah.
in town on
It's
the
gonna be
Friday.
the best shout out ever.
It's gonna be great.
Tequila all around. You guys better be prepared. Tequila
know.
Friday next week.
There's something very sad in
21st.
our life. We're missing something sad
Yeah. To go something we don't want to do.
the next
but
weekend to do something that we need to do.
I not like we can make it. That's just me.
Okay. Do you want to? Okay, we're gonna talk about this next Friday, because now I'm a little upset.
I think
because
we can still do it. We can do both.
Okay, I'm the one that said I'm the one that said we don't need to do this thing. We can make sure and just go. And you go, no, we need to be there.
We do need to be there, but I think we could do both.
I can't with you.
Okay, we'll talk about next week.
Can't.
But my shout out this
She always
week,
makes herself look good, because you know what?
We're
She
gonna
always
go.
does the right thing.
We're
She's
gonna go
always
next
good.
week. We'll be there.
Sucks.
So my shout out is to all the parents and students getting back into the groove after spring break. Good luck. May the gods ever be in your favor, or whatever they say, because it is rough.
I think
getting
the
kids
phrase
back to
is,
school.
"You've failed this city."
Yeah, that one too. So good luck to all the students, parents, and teachers.
That's
who
your
are
shout out?
Going back after spring break. That's my shout out.
If you are,
We
I
can
mean,
do it.
oh, this is so scary, because, and you want to put that as a shout out, man.
That's my shout out. It's too late. I
Okay,
already said it.
well, I'm one of them.
Yeah,
Like,
we both are. We're
no,
both parents.
and also, like, I'm in the education field.
Yes. But you can't rant.
Next week is so scary. So thanks for the shout out.
You're welcome.
Like, we're going from 5 classes
We'll
that
catch
we're
up next
teaching.
week.
Now hold on. We're going from 5 classes, and then after spring break, starting Monday, we're going to 9 classes we're teaching in a week. 9. And guess what? I'm out of town.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So I have to hope, pray, cry.
Or fly back. We don't know
Ooh.
yet. Okay,
No,
what's your shout out?
this trip is important.
Yeah. What's your shout out?
I only have one. Do you have more than one?
No, that was all I had.
Oh, maybe I'll trigger another one.
Okay.
For you. Lucy Zhang.
Oh, I love Lucy.
Bring that show back, for goodness sake.
I
Yeah.
just got that.
What?
I just got what you said.
What?
I love Lucy.
Yes.
It's not what I. Yeah.
Well, it's
just
before
hit me.
it's before my time. So if you're watching this and
Barely. It's
listening to
barely
this
before his
and
time.
you understand what this is, wow, you're old AF.
All right, continue.
So Lucy Zhang, I don't want to get serious, but I might.
Okay.
I've given her shout outs before. She's also the founder and everything of A Lever Consulting. But there's so many things that I could not do. My passions, integral people in my life that there's no way I could chase the passions that I have without certain people in my life.
Yeah.
And Lucy is very much at the very top of that list. She takes a little bit backseat to you because you're the one that's, you're my shout out, you're my good thing, no matter what we do. You're my ride or die. And over the last 7 years, has it been 7?
Yes.
6, almost 7 years. This human being has backed me up in ways that only she can.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to education, when it comes to telling me, hey, Scooter, that's probably not what we should be doing. No, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like she says I'm wrong so much.
Yes.
But she says it so graciously.
Yeah.
She doesn't say you're wrong.
No.
She just says like, well, here's what I'm looking at doing. Or here's what I'm thinking.
Right.
And then puts together almost a dissertation on why I'm wrong.
Absolutely.
And she's absolutely right. It has still, the coolest part is it still has my flavor on it. Still has my flavor, my passion on it. She never disrespects my passion for it, and she never takes away from the flavor of what Scooter's doing in Time to Tabletop and our seed program and everything. But she makes it so legitimate. She knows how to ask the right questions. And she's also like our really great friend.
She is. And the best at Zombicide.
She's a Zombicide. If you haven't played Zombicide, she loves that game. We've played it for hours and hours and hours. She's played it by herself. She's also a fellow just nerd, gamer, silly person, all those things. And she has a DR before her name. She's a doctor. She has a literal PhD.
She's freaking awesome. Yeah.
And yeah, we were just, I think I was talking to Mariah about this the other day. She has like imposter syndrome sometimes.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know how this happened, but I'm a doctor now. But it's so amazing to see and have somebody like that. There's other people too, but I don't want to take it away from her. This shout out for her. She has, we couldn't be where we're at as a company.
I agree.
Or helping out the communities or helping out schools. We wouldn't be teaching 9 classes on Monday instead of 5 if it wasn't for this human being. Not just helping, but donating her time.
Yeah.
Like she does it because she loves the project.
Yes.
And I'm like, it just makes me sick to my stomach. In a good way.
Yeah.
Not Taco Bell sick.
No.
So.
Love you, Lucy.
There it is. All right, so we probably lost everybody.
That's it.
I got Scooter Gets Mushy.
No, he does. That's what we have this week. We'll be back on Friday.
Yeah, we'll be back next Friday. We will be in town. We're actually working on.
Yes, John, let's go to Sac Republic game.
Oh, okay. What are you saying?
John said we need to go see a Sac Republic game. Make us come down there to see a game. Make you come down here. I mean, I'll buy tickets and then be like, if you don't come use these tickets, you're gonna make me cry.
I mean, how many? We've asked you, I think 100 times.
I will definitely just buy tickets and say if you don't come visit us, I'll cry.
It's only like 3 hours. Ooh,
that's like 2.5.
It's too much.
It's 2.5 hours.
No, just come on up. But we're also anybody out there. Guilt works. John says guilt works.
See?
It does.
I'll just cry.
It does.
So sad. I'll cry.
No, don't make her cry because when she cries, I get upset. I get angry because I was like, I want to hurt whoever made her cry.
Nah, I don't cry very often.
No, but realistically, go do stuff, everyone.
Yes.
Do stuff together. I'm holding a beer in my hand.
Oh, last thing. John said we have to get poutine fries. Where'd it go?
Oh, I did see that.
He said we have to order some fire poutine in Vancouver and send pictures. We will do that. I'll find some.
Don't they just have mayonnaise on burgers and?
Stop saying mayonnaise. Stop saying it. I don't want mayonnaise.
I haven't been to Canada in years, but I went there as a kid.
Yeah, for some reason he's like, we're just gonna have fish and chips and mayonnaise on everything. I was like, what? I don't think that's right.
It's just something that I remember as a kid.
All right, let's get out of here.
Are we leaving?
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah. I'm going to do my 5-minute speech because we're saying goodbye.
Gotta take Ginger on a walk. She keeps yelling at us.
And, yeah, love you guys. Thanks for watching. Pull up a chair and show up in person.
See you next week.
That one's for you, John. Show up in person. No, that's for everyone. Show up in person. We'd love to see you.
Yeah.